Alrighty, so just for my own personal use, and because I've been really interested in the character ever since she came out, and I summoned on her banner hoping to get Blue Lilia, but ended up getting a couple of copies of her, I have just kind of just all in on it, and I built her Relic today. And I even bought the rest of her cosmetics and stuff like that I needed. So I bought three of these, and one outfit, so that way I make sure that I have 5 on. Was it a waste? Possibly, but I've already used her a pretty decent little bit today, and I love it. I don't know what it is about this character, but sometimes you just got to make stuff for, you know, characters that you kind of enjoy messing with. And I'm not a really big Elaine fan, but if you don't know, this Elaine already applies a debuff called Flower Petals of the Sacred Tree, which it's on all enemies for 1 turn. Enemies with this effect take 30% more damage and are affected by the shock, or by shock, for 1 turn when attacked by fairy heroes. And then her Relic is increases all allies damage taken by 30%, or increases all enemies damage taken by 30% while they have the shock debuff. And it actually works in the sub slot, which I think is very interesting. I was thinking about it. There's a couple of interesting units that you could potentially have some decent synergy with, but of course we're going to be using the super lame-o King team with it, because King is the one unit that I really enjoy using as far as just playing PvP while I'm not sort of trying to make a showcase or anything. This is now going to be my go-to team for just doing like ungeared PvP and stuff like that throughout the week, to make sure that I can try to get to Champion 1 to secure diamonds each week. I always normally end up using a King team, and I was using Kyo and such, and I mean, it's okay, but I don't know. I'm just this Elaine obviously has way better CC than my Kyo does, because I didn't buy any of his cosmetics, and I'm really surprised that, you know, she has like 64k CC and her gear is not even like super great at the moment. I have built UR gear for her and everything, and the biggest downfall which I might run into here is if you get out CC'd, which I do, it can be quite an issue. I don't necessarily know with this team if he's going to have the support that he needs to kill me first turn here, but we might be able to see something decent. He had 352k, which is very high. I'm assuming that means he might be running some sort of HP set on his King, which is not a great move as far as I'm concerned. I feel like people end up running HP sets in PvP, and it's really annoying. People, I feel like they just do it so that way they can get high CC, but it's not always the greatest move. But I don't know. We'll see if it pays off for him. So he did do quite a bit of damage there. We'll see if we can try to break through his shield here. That obviously wasn't going to do a whole lot. Yeah, okay, so he's got a really beefy shield here, which is not good for me. Gonna put up a little bit of a shield, but I think I'm pretty much screwed either way. I think the fact that King is one of those characters where if you go second, it can be all the difference. Like if you go second, you might lose just off of the pure fact that, you know, he's not super tanky unless he gets his, you know, shield off. So I think we're probably screwed here. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But hey, you know, that's kind of the risk you take running a team like this. It's very like high risk, high reward sort of deal, where if you don't go first, you're probably going to lose, but if you do, there's a high likelihood that you're going to win. Alrighty, what do we got here? So, okay, he's using Ludo. I think it's probably a bot with that low of CC. Let me just try to... Yeah, definitely a bot. Okay, well, I guess you'll get to see just regular raw damage here, I guess, with it. But, God, his Ludo... there's no way his Ludo has gear on. His 2 main characters actually survive, which makes sense, because I would imagine they have gear. I think, yeah, he's using Tarmiel Link on Liz, which is a little annoying because we're disabled now, but... we could probably go for the ultimate on him. This actually is pretty good at breaking the shield that I've figured out, which is really, really nice. Is he gonna go for triple AoE here? No. Okay. The shock was actually enough. Oh no. Wow, that's actually super unfortunate. 5-head play from the bot. All right. Luckily, I don't think this will disable his passive, but I also don't think it's going to do a whole lot of damage, so there's a very low likelihood that we actually kill here. Maybe? Oh. That is the one good thing about Elaine's Relic, is that it not only it's not only for fairies per se. Like obviously the flower petals of the sacred tree, that part is fairies only, but if they're shocked, all allies do 30% more damage, you know, no matter who it is. So that's actually pretty good. So that would have been really bad. It would have been super funny to die to that bot, but hey man, sometimes you can't win them all, so moving on. Alright, we got a champ 1 player. Still, that's such high CC for running Rimuru without, like, he's missing cosmetics and stuff. I imagine he's running HP on him as well, but I could be wrong. I mean, obviously, with people in champ 1, it's a huge toss-up on whether or not they're running, or they just have like a really high account CC or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to tell, but either way, I can't do anything about, well, luckily we actually don't put any sort of buffs on, so Rimuru's not going to get any sort of benefit from us on that. We should be able to get a decent little bit of damage off here. The shield actually absorbs a lot of that, but there's some pretty good damage. I guess it just depends on what our draws are at this point. He did put up a dissolve, which is a bit unfortunate. Not sure if I'll be able to rush an ult or not. Looks like he's going for... Okay, a level 3 shield. Very interesting. Ooh, the shock actually broke a lot of that, which is super nice. I think I'm gonna rush ult here. His Pierce card from Rimuru is probably gonna do very good at breaking my shield. So I would imagine he's probably gonna use the Pierce card to break the shield and then do a 2-turn stun, which is gonna be really annoying, but you know, what can you do? Plus he's really close to getting ult on what's his name, Gother, so he's probably gonna be able to shut me down here. Yeah, that's exactly what I figured was gonna happen. Ooh, the shock doing pretty decent though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill Gother here. I think this should, hopefully, this will break the revive on Liz. Not quite enough on Gother. We do disable buff cards though, which is kind of nice. And we also have Ludo's ult as well. His passive has expired at this point, so we don't have like stun immunity or anything like that, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Shifting focus to Ludo is a bit odd. I figured he would have maybe tried to go ahead and kill King, but maybe he thinks that the buff is gonna, or the ult here is gonna be super insane. Still survived, Pog. Okay. We could probably, hopefully Ludo can deal a decent amount of damage here. So this will put on shock. This will amplify that a little bit. I would imagine it kills both of those two, but we're gonna lock him, just to lock onto him just in case. We'll see how much it does to Rimuru, I guess. Boom. Okay, they do die for sure, which is good. And then I think he's just pulling a lack of Rimuru cards, which is really good for me. We do lose King's ult there. A lot of Elaine cards getting merged, which is not the greatest thing to see, but He does have his Rimuru buff, so he can basically kill whoever he wants here. Yeah, easy peasy. But luckily I don't have any king cards regardless, so not the biggest deal in the world. But this ult is going to absolutely destroy me, so I'm basically screwed. I guess I should attack first, just in case. Well, attack. He's got a buff on, so it'll do twice as much damage, and then we'll put the level 3 buff on. I don't even know at level 3 how much it's going to increase my HP related stats. It's 15% for 3 turns, and we instantly recover 40% of damage taken. So I guess that's kind of nice, but I imagine I lose here. I'll tell this guy good game for sure, because I mean it was pretty decent actually. Not too bad. And recovery disable from Rimuru completely shut that buff card down, so that that was really bad. Okay, very cool. Okay, we've got a bond team here. Pretty high CC on him, surprisingly. Another thing that I do want to definitely put a disclaimer on is that this is a team that I'm using a lot in Ungeared PvP, which is a completely different ball game, I think. The only reason I'm not showcasing it in Ungeared is because I've already made it to Champ 1, and I would prefer to not lose that ranking if possible. But just know that it is basically a completely different playing field there. So yeah, in most cases, definitely not all, I do more often than not out CC for sure in Ungeared, but you know, definitely there's definitely people who definitely out CC me, but yeah, people aren't doing as much damage to my team most of the time. Okay, well, that was unfortunate, but I do want a disclaimer, like I definitely feel like I do better in Ungeared. Alrighty, okay, so we have an Angel team. This team is insanely tanky, so I'm actually really interested to see how this one goes. He's probably running CC food with the CC that he had, so let's see how much damage we can get off right here at the very beginning, and then depending on what our card draw looks like, we'll just take it from there, of course. So it's looking like a really good amount of damage right here at the very beginning. Everybody's really close to dying. He's probably going to cleanse debuffs off, I would imagine, so that way he has a better chance of surviving. We did pull 1 king card, which is very good. Actually, he can't cleanse because I disabled the buff cards. I always forget that Elaine does that, and it's so helpful, actually. Like, actually surprisingly very helpful. So very, very cool on that. I think we've just got him here. Like, I really don't think that he can do anything to us, so we're going to use this to put the shock debuff on again. We're going to get countered. Oh well. Owie. He actually does heal a little bit off of that, but hopefully this kills. Very nice. I mean, you can't really argue with it too much. It's and when it works, it really works. So let me buy one more ticket. I think they're going by pretty quick, so we'll do another one. Alrighty. Okay, we got a Ludo on the team. Not too high though. I think this is a bot. I don't think that he's running CC food here. I think if he was, he would probably out CC me, which is kind of funny. But I do want to reiterate and say that I don't think that this is like a team that's like super fantastic. I don't think a lot of people are really gonna enjoy using something like that. I mean, maybe, but maybe it's more or less like a situation where it's not the greatest like content wise, but like I said in the beginning, this is more or less just something that I enjoy running and I use as like a daily sort of beater team to, you know, work my way up through Ungeared through the week. So it was more or less just an investment for me and just kind of like a fun thing for me to kind of mess with. So it's okay if you don't like it. It's not I'm not expecting you to, you know, really like it, but definitely something that I'm enjoying playing with. So that's all that really matters, because at the end of the day, I mean, you know, use whatever you enjoy, use whatever you like in the game, because it's going to give you the most fun. It's a video game and you play video games to have fun. So it looks like we're pretty in a pretty good spot. Kind of want to go for the level 3, but it's not really how you should play King, unfortunately. Luckily, we could probably put on like a pretty big shield here with these cards if we don't end up killing him here, but I think this level 2 will kill him. But if it doesn't, I think you'll have a hard time beating through. So either way, yeah, I don't know. That's basically how the team goes. It's really, it's another one of those like gimmicky, like one-turn wipe teams, which I don't think people are super fond of. But I don't know. It's just, I'm an aggressive player when it comes to like PvP and stuff. I like, you know, being able to make big plays and stuff, of course. And it doesn't always have to be like a first turn kill team by any means. Like I really like the new Liz that came out, because as she builds up, she does a really crazy amount of damage. I think that's really, really fun. You know, I really like assault mode. He's not necessarily like a one turn wipe team, but he's like a, you know, don't screw up or else he's gonna get super big kind of team. I really like that kind of stuff. So I don't know. That's pretty much it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. A little bit of a different video, but you know, just something that I'm actually enjoying using, so figured I'd show it off. So very cool, weird that it's Elaine that does it, but I enjoy. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. I'll see you later.